Hey, welcome back, Why Japan? Here you go. How's it going, everybody? This is Shingo. This is Martin. All right. Today I'm gonna ask you guys why Japan not. Okay. I'm asking you. Okay. Why foreigners love Japanese girls? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Okay. All right. So I'm going to try my best. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
I cannot speak for
By the way,
the whole world.
By the way, do you like Japanese girl?
Obviously.
Obviously, yes.
Obviously.
For me too. Yes.
Yeah.
I have a Japanese wife. Yes.
Right. But so you see, like, first of all, you like Japanese girls as well.
Yeah, I do.
So why do you ask the question?
No, I'm asking foreigners. They.
Oh, so you like Japanese girl, but you don't know why foreigners like Japanese girl?
Exactly.
Okay, but then let's rewind then. Why do you like Japanese girls?
Why?
Yeah. Just because this is the same country?
And then, hold on a second. Why do I like Japanese girls? They very humble.
Okay.
They're cute,
Okay.
and we can because we are same cultures. We understand like a very high context,
Mm.
so we don't have to say that much
Okay.
each other, and then we could understand what they think about it.
Okay.
So it's easy to communicate.
Okay.
Yeah, something like this.
So why don't you understand? Why don't you understand
But-
why foreigner like Japanese?
Because
girls?
they don't speak in English.
Mm.
Japanese girls are so attractive to the foreigners.
Oh, okay. So for you, the main reason is like just same country, same culture. So that's why you like Japanese girls.
Yeah, something like this. But for me, it's like I never been asked date
Mm.
by the foreigners.
By foreigner girls.
Oh,
So you've been asked on a date by Japanese girls
back in days, like very old time
when you were young,
when I was young.
like
Yeah,
like a
like
university
a 20,
or something.
20, something like this. Yes.
Also, some girl actually asked you on a date.
Yeah.
Like
something
face to
this.
face?
Face to face.
Was that kokuhaku or just like casually?
Casually.
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 Oh, let's go out sometime.
Oh yeah,
or
something like
let's
this.
have
Yeah.
coffee together or something.
告白も also.
Also kokuhaku.
Yeah. But 比率を見てください。比率を。ジャパニーズウェメンとジャパニーズボーイのモテるこうあったらさっき言ったじゃんランキング。
Yeah. Well, okay. So I mean, basically you just said it right
Yeah.
now. You just said it. You said like, okay, the reason why you like Japanese girls are other than the culture.
Yeah.
Right? Let's not talk about the same culture, okay?
Mhm.
Because right now we're talking about international relationship. But if we're talking about as in other quality, you said it yourself, right? So you said Japanese girls are like very cute, very humble,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like kind of quiet, right?
Quiet.
Then most of them are probably not how do you say very out how do you say extrovert.
Yeah.
Like most people in Japan, generally speaking, they're very introvert, right? So if there is like a some standards or some like qualities
Yeah.
are generally worldwide recognized by most people, right? So for example, if you're a girl, if you are very feminine, like 90% of guys in the whole world will recognize and appreciate it if you're very feminine. So there is beauty standards. Let's talk about physically, right? No personality yet, just physically speaking, because like you said before, like if you don't speak the same language or if you don't come from the same culture or the same background, you cannot really understand each other, right? So if we take this out of the way, we can talk first about only physical,
Okay.
right? So like you said before, like foreigners that don't speak Japanese, they still are interested in Japanese girls, right? So this is only physical, right? Purely physical, because they don't know the culture, they don't know the personality, right? So if we're talking about physically physical traits and physical standards.
Yeah.
There is some standards that are, widely recognized in the whole world, right? So, worldwide, every guys, most guys, like feminine girl,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Feminine girls.
Is it fair to say? Like, do you agree with this?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Right? You like feminine girl, right?
Yeah.
So, Japanese girls are just very feminine to begin with.
Oh, compared to the other
Yeah.
countries' ladies.
Yeah.
What about like
I would say so.
what about like the ladies from France?
I mean, they're feminine too, but it's like, we're talking about physical now, right?
Yeah.
So if you talking about a girl that is very feminine on the physical side, it's like, for example, like she take care of herself, right?
Yeah.
So she has like a nice hair, she take care of her skin, she take care of the appearance, like
Yeah.
she really take care of herself,
Yeah.
and her appearance.
Yeah.
So for a French girl, like I think this is especially for French girl, like in France we really like, I mean not we because I'm not really like this, but I think French people really like natural.
Okay.
Like this is a real thing, like this is really famous in France, like natural beauty.
All right.
Right. So most people in France, I think, like natural beauty.
Mhm.
Like no makeup,
I got it.
no whatever, right? So I think it's fine. Regardless, it's fine, right? I think if a girl is pretty, she's gonna be pretty natural or with makeup. She's
Yeah.
gonna be pretty either way, right?
Yeah.
If you're pretty, you're pretty, right?
Yeah, pretty.
But me personally, I don't really like girls that don't take care of themselves. So
Okay.
it's like, I could give you like extreme example, but for example, to me, if you're a girl and you don't, like your hair is a mess, or like you don't wash your hair for like a week or something, I think it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, there's many people that goes too far, like natural beauty, but they go too far. It's like it's too natural. Like you can be natural, but it's like you don't have to put like makeup and do like a parma, right? Like permanent. Like you don't have to do so much if you don't want to,
Yeah.
right? But to me, you still have to be like clean.
Yeah.
You still have to be clean. You still have to wash your hair.
Yeah.
You still have to take care of yourself somehow,
Yeah.
to some degree, right?
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
least.
Yeah. At least.
There's a minimum, right? And for me, it's like, especially in France, some girls go under that minimum. Some girls don't smell so good. Some girls have, for real, like, but it's not only France, but some girls don't. Their hair are messy, right? They're not clean. They don't have clean hair. Like hairs are like very messy, or sometimes they don't smell so good, or sometimes they have like hair on their arm or on their back or whatever.
Okay.
It's like, you don't have good genetic, it's not your fault, right? If you're a girl, you have hair on your back or on your arm or whatever, like, okay, whatever, it's not your fault. You were born like this. This is not your fault, right? I agree with this.
Yeah.
But then do something. Like, shave that shit, right? Basically, just shave it. Right?
Okay.
It's the same for me. I'm not talking about only girls, right? I think for men, I think it's the same. I hold everybody to the same standard. So not only girls. I think boys should do the same.
Yeah.
If you got like really bad genetics and you have like some things that like really off, like I think you should fix it. You can't just fix it, So just in general, I think like people that take care of themselves just look better, just in general. And Japanese girls really take care of themselves,
Yeah.
And especially in Japan, you guys have this culture when you really care about everybody's watching you, right?
Yeah.
So because you really care about everybody's opinion, even like strangers, people you don't know, you still care,
Yeah.
right? So because of this, most girls take care of themselves, especially when they go out. If they go out, they always have, a little bit of makeup, like, the hair is done. Like they're not going to go out like really, like tikito, right?
Okay.
Right. So this is one of the most like recognized, standards.
All right.
And I think these standards, especially like these standards is a good example because I think is the same for men. But I think this is not only my opinion. So for example, what you said earlier about foreigner girls not asking you out or whatever, right? I'm not talking about you specifically.
I know. Yeah.
But I think in Japan it's like girls really care about that, like, so they really take care of themselves, right? And they're trying to, like, if they have like something bad, like they try to fix it, right, as much as possible. But Japanese men, on the other hand, like, they don't care so much.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying? Like, so, because in Japan, it's like, this is, I guess this is also Japanese culture, but in Japan, like, what's the most important, I mean, one of the most important for girl is to be pretty. But for guys, one of the most important is not to be handsome, is to be rich, pretty much, right? So, for girls, let's say that, right? Let's get on with this. For Japan, in Japan, for girls, the most important is to be pretty, and for guys, the most important is to get money, right? But this is in Japan. This is not in foreign country, right? So for us, for friends, I think especially for friends, right? But for friends, if you're a guy, one of the most important is to be good looking. Okay. So that's why we do everything to be good looking. Of course, money is also important.
Yeah.
So we try to get money as well, right? For a guy, it's like, of course, money is one of the most important, right?
Yeah.
But if you take all the most important quality, like traits, for a guy as well, is having money, of course, but it's also being good looking.
Okay.
Right. So if you go to France, for example, right, and you're not good looking, even if you got a lot of money, probably you won't get girls.
Interesting.
Yeah. But on the other hand, if you're good looking and you're broke and you have no money, you can still get girls.
Okay.
Right. But this is true everywhere, though. Not only in France. This is true everywhere. Right. So that's one of the reasons why many Japanese guys go abroad in different countries, right? And I'm sorry, it is what it is, right? But many Japanese guys go abroad, like in different country, and they don't get girls, but it's because things that matters in France, for example, are not the same thing that matters in Japan.
Yeah.
In Japan, if you're a Japanese guy and you're not so good looking, it's not such a big deal. Like if you're rich, for example, it's fine, right? You can still get girls if you're rich, right? That's why you see in France, you see like that's something I noticed. Basically in France, you usually you see the prettiest girls with the most good looking guys.
Okay.
They go together. But in Japan, it's the prettiest girls with the richest guy. Right?
Okay.
Usually in Japan, the guy who has the most money get the most girls. And it's not only in Japan, like also in USA, for example, like money is huge, right?
Yeah.
So it depends on the country, right? But I think, personally, the main reason why Japanese guys don't get girls is because you guys don't really take care of your appearance. You get me?
Okay.
So it's like, it's just different, principle.
Okay.
Right? And as I was saying before, like if you're talking about just generally speaking, like general standards, like for a girl, for example, being feminine is one of those standards,
Okay.
So everybody in the whole world is gonna like a girl that's feminine, But if you see, for example, like, Hollywood, actors, like very famous people, right?
Yeah.
Like the most famous people in the industry, like singers or like, stars, right? Like very famous people, actors, singers, this kind of, industry, right?
Yeah.
The guys that's always like comes out on top and that every girl's like, and they're like so famous and they have so many fans and stuff, like they're good looking.
Yeah.
Like even Japanese.
Yeah.
Right? So, like if I take the same example for guys, one of the main, for example, for girls it would be like femininity, right? And for guys, like one good example, for example, I think not everywhere, but in most part of the world, for example, is have like nice body, right? So if you're a man and you have like some muscle, you don't need to be, enormous, but if you have like muscle and a nice body, in like 80% of the whole world, like girls will recognize that, and you're gonna be more popular if you have some muscle and like a nice body, right? But in Japan, almost nobody goes to the gym, right? Well, it's also it's a cultural difference, right? So in Japan, for example, if you take idols, like guys, I'm talking about guys idols. If you check guys idols in Japan, most of them don't have muscle.
No.
Most of them just like look really young. They have like nice skin. They have like pretty face. Like it's like very very pretty boy like archetype like type. But in other countries, even Korea, like those guys, they're like pretty boy style. They still have like some muscle.
Yeah.
Right. But in Japan, people mostly care about the face. So if the guy is an idol and he has like a really pretty face, right, and he looks like so young and everything, then he's gonna be popular, right?
Yeah.
But this guy, I think, I might be wrong, but I think even idols in Japan, like the most popular guys, like the most famous idols, and like all the girls are like crazy, over him. That guy, he looks like so young. You have the guys that have like that really pretty face and no muscle, but they have like really pretty face, like a prince charming style,
Okay.
right? Even those guys, I think, in foreign country, like they're not so popular, because
they don't have a good body.
yeah. Also this, but also they look too young.
Too young.
Yeah.
Looks so too young.
Yeah. Because in other countries, like once again, it depends on the countries, but this is one of the reasons why, Japanese guys go abroad in other country and they don't get girls, because the Japanese beauty standards for men is very different from the rest of the world.
Okay.
And I'm talking about Japan specifically, right? In the rest of the world, like most country, not everywhere, but most country, if you're a man, you have to look manly.
Manly.
Yeah, like otokorashi ne.
Yeah.
You have to look manly, right? So that's why we have like beards and stuff, right? But even like in Japan, like you don't have to look manly. Like otokorashi is not like a good quality. Like many girls like otokorashi, right?
Yeah.
I know many girls like otokorashi, even in Japan. Right? But when you see the most famous guys, or like the guys that get the most girls, or the most famous, they have the most fan, like idols, even host, right?
Yeah.
Like they're not otokorashi, right?
They're like more gory.
Yeah. Even those guys look almost like feminine.
Yeah.
Like they have like pretty face, and sometimes they put even like makeup on and shit, right? In other country, especially in the West, in Europe or in the USA, right? Like if you're a guy, you don't put makeup on. Like this, if you do this, like your career is over, man. Like everybody gonna say you're gay, you're a faggot.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So in Japan, you have these beauty standards for men that doesn't work anywhere else. That's why, as a Japanese guy, you go somewhere else, and then you don't get girls, because your beauty standards is totally different than other countries' beauty standards.
Got it. Got it.
But the weird thing is that to me, if you're a Japanese guy, like you don't really need to seek other countries' girls, because Japan has like the most pretty girls in the world. Which is good for you, because you guys have the same culture and everything, right?
Yeah.
Well, most people in Japan, like, the country folk. So most guys in Japan like Japanese girls, and most Japanese girls like Japanese guys. But there is, because of Hollywood and like all the influence from foreign countries, right? Mostly Hollywood, right? You got all this influence that get inside Japan, and many people actually grow up with this, and then watch Hollywood movies, and then they watch like Marvel's movies and shit, right? And they see the guys with like muscle and the square jaw, and the all those foreigner guys' feet, and then they come to like those feet, right? So even when they grow up, they already into this culture, right? So that's why there's still many girls that's going to like those kind of features, on a guy. And if you go to foreign country, there is also many girls that like the idols. There is many girls in foreign countries that like idol style, like pretty boy style, right? Like Korean idols, or like Japanese idols, right? But to be honest, even if you check like Korean idols, even in Korea, like Koreans, you know, like BTS for example, right?
Yeah.
Or like those very famous guys, like they have muscle. They're not skinny.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're not like huge, right? But they have muscle.
Yeah.
Like they have abs, you know, they have
Yeah.
like biceps and
They do.
stuff.
They do.
They do, right? Because they know, even in Korea, like, you know, muscle is kind of recognized, but not in Japan.
Not in Japan.
So because Japan have this very unique beauty standards that works only in Japan. It does work only in Japan. So when you go outside Japan, it doesn't work anymore. You get me? But to be honest, like if you ask me, I think most guys in general don't take care of themselves enough. Like I think for physical, right? I think most guys don't make enough efforts. You know.
For the building up the body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not only the body, just like physical appearance. You know?
Physical appearance.
Yeah. Everything, the hair, the teeth, the skin, like you should take care of yourself. Like to me, you should take care of either you woman or man, you should take care of yourself. But when we're talking about physically speaking, in Japan, like men are not held to the same standards as women.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody in Japan like a woman that take care of herself. But nobody cares about men taking care of themselves. You get me?
まあ確かに
So that's the dynamic, you know, that's the dynamic in Japan. The dynamic is like the guy, you know, has the money and then give his money to the girl, like, you know, take the girls like on a trips or like make a nice date, go to a nice restaurant, you know, bring gift, presents, or, you know, buy the house. You know, most things comes from the guy's money. Let's be honest, right?
I understand like the difference between Japan and other foreign countries, the way of taking care of themselves for men.
Yeah,
I think that is.
yeah. But even like I said, like even if you do take care of yourself,
Yeah.
in a Japanese style,
Yeah.
and you become like a host or like a idol, if you go this branch,
Yeah.
if you go this way, like you still are not gonna be popular like abroad,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because Japanese beauty standards are just different.
Yeah, it is. It
you
is.
know? But it's different for men. For girls, it's kind of the same. So for girls, it's kind of the same. You know, therefore, Japanese girls are very popular everywhere. You know, because Japanese girls' beauty standards are actually the same as the whole world girls' beauty standards.
Yes.
You know, but you can still find like some things that are a little bit different. To be honest, you can still find, you know, like for example, the body weight. Like in Japan, like beauty standards for girls is like very skinny, right?
Yeah.
But if you take the USA or even France, we like a little bit more like curvy girl.
I know,
Like
yes.
a little bit more meat, right?
Yeah.
Like a little bit more curvy. Like we like, you know, if I want to be like very frank, you know, most people in Japan like boobs, but most people in foreign country like the ass, right?
Yeah.
So we like nice ass, right? So in Japan, if you're a girl and you have a flat ass,
Yeah.
you're still gonna be popular. If you're very skinny and you have a really nice face, right? Especially if you got boobs and a nice face, you're still gonna be popular, right? But this girl go abroad, she's still gonna be kind of popular because she has a pretty face.
Yeah.
But if she got no ass, maybe less than Japan,
Okay.
right? So there is still like small differences. There's still small differences, right?
Yeah.
But way less than guys. So a handsome guy, right? To sums it up, a very handsome guy in Japan is not going to be a very handsome guy abroad. Yeah. But a very handsome guy abroad is still going to be a handsome guy in Japan.
Okay.
Right? Well, it's unfortunate.
So,
but, you know,
if I started making my body,
yeah.
and then like how I like more like bear like you, and then maybe taller, I don't know.
Well, you can't be taller. It's impossible. You cannot be taller.
So then I can be a popular.
Yeah, I mean, if you get the right feature, you know.
Right features.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you masculine.
2026.
If you
I'll be.
Yeah, but
Right.
also like even personality, right? So even personality is kind of the same, you know. Like, you know, obviously, once again, I think most girls in Japan like Japanese guys.
Yeah.
Like, many people was like, oh, maybe foreign people was like, oh, Japanese girls like foreigners so much and blah blah blah. Like, this is bullshit. This is stereotype. But this is not true. This is just not true, right? Like, probably 95% girls in Japan like Japanese guys. They don't like foreigners, right? Even if you speak Japanese, like, most girls would choose a Japanese guy over a foreigner, right? I'm saying this for all delusional motherfucker. Yeah. No, because many foreigners actually say that, right? Many foreigners thinks like, oh, Japanese girls like foreigners so much. It's like, no, they don't, right? They don't. But once again, like, if a guys that's popular abroad, it's still gonna be popular in Japan. In the niche, in the niche of girls that like foreigners, or that some girls don't care also, right? Some girls don't care. It's Japanese guy or foreign guys, like, they don't really care about that, right? If you speak Japanese, it's fine, right? But some girls even speak English, right? So in this case, it's fine, right? It's whatever. But even like personality, even like as far as personality, like not look, but even like personality, right?
Yeah.
There is also some traits that make you popular outside Japan and also in Japan. So I've met like many girls that I've like if I can speak from my own experience, I'm not saying I'm very popular. I'm just saying, like, from my experience.
Okay.
Like, I had many girls that I met that told me, that, for example, they really like the way they really like, how do you say, like the way I talk, or the way I'm very like open and light, like casual. Like, I can laugh and like having a good time. I don't take anything too serious. I'm not like so heavy. And many Japanese guys, like, they're so heavy. Like, right away, like, they go on a first date and they're talking about freaking marriage or whatever. I mean, it depends on the people, right?
Yeah,
some people are down.
People,
some people are down for that. Right? Like, some people are looking for marriage and like they're very serious, right? If it's if they match, it's fine. But for example, when you talk very lightly and you make jokes and you're very like approachable person, right? You're very like lighthearted. What that means? Like, lighthearted, right? So if you're very lighthearted and casual and you make jokes and you're having a good time, you're laughing, and blah blah blah. And to be honest, like, even physically, like me, I'm not doing that on purpose, but I'm way more physical than Japanese people, right? Obviously, because of the culture, right? But I know that many girls also appreciate it, right? Because there's no fence, there's no walls, Like, most Japanese people at first, later on it's fine, but at first they always like put a wall between you guys, right? Like, when you meet a girl for the first time, if you put a wall, it can get it can get like awkward, it can get not comfortable, But if you come in and you got this like wide open, personality that's like welcoming and like warm personality, like you can have lighthearted conversation. And you're always laughing and make the girls laugh, right? And you're very comfortable, right? And you make her comfortable, right? Yeah. So this is kind of the, personality-wise, it's kind of the traits that, girls everywhere would appreciate, I guess. That's my guess, right? Like, of course, you can't go too far, right? If you're in Japan, right? Yeah. Like, if you try, like, if you talk to the girl for 1 hour and then you try to grab her and then like, kiss her or whatever, if you go on too strong, like, it's not gonna work, right? No work. Because especially here in Japan, it's not gonna work, I guess, right? Because it's too fast, it's too strong, it's too fast, right? Yeah. But if you just don't cross the line, you can be very welcoming, very warm, very welcoming, right? Like, many people say, like, Japanese people are not physical, but I feel like I find out, like, if I'm showing, if you show to the girl that it's okay, then she's physical. Because I got many girls that on the first date, they would like sit down next to me and then put their head over there, or like lean on me like this, right? Because I show them that it's okay. Yeah. But Japanese people always put a fence, and it's like it's not okay, right? But making the girl feel comfortable and feel welcome and feel like everything is okay, it's fine, just get comfortable, right? Like, this is a good trait for anybody, like everywhere in the whole world. It's just a good trait, to have, because you're likable. That's the definition of being likable. It's like welcome everybody and being open, right? And I feel like most people in Japan don't have this personality. You know, maybe because they're shy. I'm not saying it comes from a bad place. You know, maybe it's just because they're shy or they're embarrassed or they kind of worried or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And there can be many reasons. It can be totally justified, right? But it is what it is, right? So even if you got many reasons, it's still better, I think, to be like welcoming and warm and, you know, laughing and, you know, make jokes, make her feel comfortable. You know? But you can say anything you want, you know, any girl from everywhere, making her comfortable is always a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
And some guys are fucking awkward. Some guys are just awkward. They're just like too shy. They're too reserved, and they put up this wall, kind of, right? And you can feel it, you know, and she can feel it as well, right?
Yes.
So, as far as personality, not physical, but personality also, there is some like qualities and traits, you know, that are just appreciated. Like, I think everywhere, right? Like just humanly speaking, you know, because I've talked to many Japanese people. And many Japanese people actually, they will act like this. They will put up a fence and like be very, very, very like reserved and everything. But if they could, they would be like very friendly and casual and everything.
Yeah.
It's just that they cannot, right? And as I said before, for the physical, for example, I noticed that many people in Japan actually do get physical. If you allow them to get physical, then they will get physical.
Yeah, they will.
And many girls will get physical with you if you welcome them. If you say like, it's fine, there's no problem, like you can be physical, it doesn't matter, like it's not gonna be awkward, right? Everything is fine, it's just comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Like they will, you know, put their head on your shoulder or whatever, or like sit like really next, real close to you, or like hug you, or do some, you know, light things, you know, nothing too bad, but you know, they will do all those things that they will not do with Japanese guys because they're not allowed. You know, so it's like you know, it's like one of those traits that is like this is world in the whole world is a nice trait. So if you're a Japanese guy, you go abroad, you don't know none of that, right? And you're used to that culture, right? Of like putting a wall and be like very shy or whatever. It's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. You know, it's going to work in Japan because everybody does. In Japan, right?
Yes.
But in foreign country, like half the girls, if you like put up a wall and you're like very shy and very distant and you just, you know, put a wide space and you talk from far away like, hey, how's it going? Like, this, right? Like half the girls over there is gonna be awkward.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like, why is he so far away? Like, why is he not close to me? Like,
He hate me or something like that?
yeah. It's like, does he not like me, or does he not find me beautiful? Or like, you know, like if you find a girl beautiful, like naturally you're gonna get close to her, right?
I think you have to be like a teacher, like communication teachers for for the companies who's doing the business all that globally. That's one of the problems in Japan company. Sometimes we say too much sorry, like we did in the first episode.
Right.
Even though, you know, we are not doing it any good bad way, we say suddenly sorry.
Right. Yeah.
That means we did something wrong.
Yeah.
But we didn't think we are sorry.
Right. You're just pretending.
That kind of communication, like bad, like I don't know, misunderstanding,
Right.
is leading some, you know, bad, how to say, is like I don't know, bad outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be the
I mean-
teachers. Please teach.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think I can be anybody's teacher, but I only have my experience. But this is to answer your question.
Yeah.
So sorry, it was like very long explanation. You know, to answer your question, like this,
Okay.
I really believe that this is the reason.
Thank you, Martin.
Yeah.
Well, so what I can do is like I'm trying to be open. I think I'm kind of more open than Japanese people, but
Right.
I can be more open,
Yeah.
open-minded, and then I can start going to the anytime fit gym, and then try to build myself body, and then
Yeah, I mean,
that's
you don't
what I
have
can
to-
do this.
Yeah. You don't have to go too far. But just if I could give just one advice,
yeah,
you know, be open, take care of yourself, you know, physically. I'm not saying I'm the most handsome guys. I'm just saying, like, you know, just in general, just generally speaking, even for guys, it's I think it's always better, you know, to take care of yourself, you know, at least a little bit. You know, yeah.
All right, this is going to be the last movie with us, with Martin. He has to leave for the France. So
Yeah. So well, I
I
mean,
don't
good
know.
for you guys. You don't have to see my
we can do that
shit
in
face
online.
again.
I don't know.
What happened?
Hopefully he can come back and
visa problems anyway.
yeah.
But
Anyway,
yeah,
thank you, Martin.
yeah. If you guys think differently, you can put it in the comments. If anybody wants to criticize me or say otherwise,
Criticize you.
No, I mean, if you guys have an opinion, you can put it in the
Yeah.
comments. If you don't agree, if you disagree with me,
Okay.
if you agree with me, you can also put in the comment. If you think I'm handsome, you can also put it in the comment.
We're gonna miss
If you
him.
think he's handsome, if there's some foreigner girls,
Yeah.
foreigner girls think that Shingo is handsome,
Alright.
put it in the comment. You're so handsome, right?
Alright.
Put it. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and as always, we see you guys in the next one. He see you guys in the next
Yeah.
video, not me, but he sees you in the next video.
I'm gonna miss him.
And unfortunately, farewell.
Alright.
See you guys
Alright.
later. Yeah.
Farewell.
Sayonara.
Bye bye, Marty.
See you next.
Peace out.